Like, share, and subscribe. Welcome to Grandpa Sees the Blinking. Hey, Grandpa forgot to do the monthly chart, and I'm going to do it. But there was a couple other things I thought about that I didn't mention in my last live stream here. Let's talk about tight. The range between the high and the low. Let me look at that. I almost think I wrote down a wrong number here. I'm not quite positive. We're making new lows after hours right now. I know that. The indexes were split QQQ, or the NASDAQ was up slightly and the S&P 500 was down slightly. I got it on the money. About a $5.50 range today from high to low. Yesterday was, I think, a little under $5. So they're keeping it right around the $5 every day. The only problem with it is it's $5 straight down. They're not giving an inch to let anybody out of their positions. Everybody's wanting to bail, and they will. They'll give that chance. Grandma's going to get hers at $249.77. And she'll sell a few shares there and take some profits. Let's see. We're going to go through this monthly chart here, and I'll tell you what I see there, and a few others. But what's the worst thing that could happen to you? You think the worst thing that could happen to you is you own shares at 250 or whatever, and it goes to 101? That's not that bad. Buy some shares when you get there. Buy some shares at 190, 180. That's what Grandma's doing, and 101.07, and keep them. But the thing is, the worst thing that can happen to you, and I'll tell you what it is, and you'll be surprised. You'll see the day when it might happen to you. I hope it don't. It's happened to me before. And that is when Tesla goes to 5,000. And it's going to, in Grandpa's humble opinion, in the next 5 to 7 years. And you don't own any shares. Or you sold them at 1,500 or 2,000 or 2,500, and it just keeps going up, just like it's going down now. It just keeps going up, up, up. And so you wait, and you never get back in. And so Tesla runs to the 5,000, 7,000 a share, and you don't own any. That's the worst thing that can happen to you. Do not sell all your shares. Save at least half of them for 5,000. That's, sure, it'd be nice. Oh, Grandma could have sold, or Grandpa could have sold all his shares at this point or that point. But when the run comes and she goes there, you aren't going to be able to get back in for less or even. Keep some of your shares to sell at 5,000 or more, because that's our long-term future here. Grandpa isn't very good at daily. I don't know if you noticed that. I'm not a daily predictor. I put up daily predictions, and I talk about it some, and I'm right probably 70% of the time, but I'm not a daily predictor. I'm way higher percentage on 2, 3, 4 weeks out or longer is where Grandpa shines as far as telling you what's coming. Okay, that's what I concentrate on, and the market makers, they play a daily game, they play a weekly game, but they play a long term game also, very much so, and it's it's out probably a year in advance the game they play, you know, and I mean we have our substance at 280. It's 4 months old today. So, but the worst thing that can happen to you isn't a dip down to 101. That's a good thing. Buy shares. Buy more now. But it's a buying opportunity. When Tesla's $5,000, it don't matter if you paid 101.07 or 240 or 225. It don't matter. It won't matter. What matters is that you got shares to sell at 5,000 or more. That will matter. Uh, that's your bread and butter. For every 10 shares you own, you're going to have $50,000. Think about it. Get on the bandwagon. Grandpa's got a goal. My goal is to have 7,000 shares when it gets there. You know, Grandma wants to have 1,000 or so. We'll see how it goes. Will I attain all my goals? I don't know. At least I'm trying. I keep adding. Uh, and I piddle around and I sell some, but I'm not selling all my shares. Do I wish I would have sold them all at 265? Yeah, we all do. We all wish. But I would rather take this beating than take the beating of not having them when it gets where it's going. I I and I have multiple accounts. I got accounts where I have a 190 average with tons of shares, and it's probably it's going to be hard to watch it when it goes to 101. But when it does, I'll add to that account, and I'll make the average lower in it. Uh, that's the game. Uh, we don't know. Nobody knows. Uh, but the future looks just tremendous for Tesla. There's too much going on for this thing to be doing what it's doing. We underperformed massively the last several days um, compared to the overall market. Tesla's just getting beat to ribbons right now. I expect to bounce, and but it's not going to save us. We're still going to be in this. I'll move my mouse here. You know I'm alive. This is the monthly, okay? This one that's over 2 years old from the high of Tesla, these blue lines, we're in this trend now. We're in the downtrend. I believe we're going to. This is our monthly candle. It's still green, but it's turned into a complete indecision candle. It's 11 days old with about 6 days of trading. And without even changing this candle, it can go up to 250.66. Grandma's going to sell at 249.77. It's not going to. It's not going to make this candle any higher at this point. It's only going to go lower. I anticipate this candle will probably, uh, you know, it's anybody's guess, but 220, 210. Uh, yeah, it could go 200, but 220, 210 before this candle's over, and February is going to bring us down. Uh, but I anticipate one last little bounce up here, and she'll fluctuate back and forth on the way down, of course. But I 249.77 still inside this indecision candle Won't change it. And I, at this point in time, this candle could very likely be red before the end of the month. In February and March are not traditionally strong at all. I think we're headed for the basement. I think we're headed for the basement, very possibly. We got PPI coming out tomorrow. I'm hoping it's mellow and that we get our bounce quickly. They're gonna want to clean house a few times. I believe the market makers have been long now for going on probably 5-6 months, 4 months positively, buying everything they can get their paws on more than they're selling, and just having a heyday. Man alive, when they drive her up, they're gonna just make a mint. They're long on everything while they're taking us in the basement. It's phenomenal what the supercomputer we play against is doing. Try to play the long game a little bit. Don't sell all your shares, whatever you do. Don't sell them all. Keep some for 5,000 because you got to get in that mindset. There'll be many times on the way up at 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 when you're going to want to dump them all. And but when you dump them, you won't have them to sell at 5,000 or more, and it's coming. We just made a new low in Tesla of 225.12 and sinking. Now this might be a good sign because they're driving it down prior to the CPI report, the PPI report that's coming out tomorrow morning at 8:30, and maybe it's just some misdirection here. But yeah, I think in the next week or two we're gonna bounce off Grandma's 249.77. Could I be wrong? Absolutely. It could just keep right on heading straight down. Either way, Grandma's a winner. She made a bundle the last time she sold up top, and she's got a low average. I wish I had as low average as Grandma in all my accounts. Some of my accounts I got a better average, but it's just because I got lots of accounts. Okay, so what did I forget to tell you? We talked about the death cross. That's a nasty deal. Let's look at that thing one more time. Here it is. If this 50, if we keep sinking here, which I think we're going to, this 50 will move faster than the 200-day average. The 200-day average is a slower moving bus, and it's inching upward, and this 50 will reverse downward quickly. Right now it's reacting to what we did up here and still climbing, but it's going to start reacting to this drop, and when it does, it's going to come down through this 200, and we're going to see 180 at a minimum. That's why Grandma's buying some shares at 190 and 180 and 101.07 currently. You know, nobody can pick the bottom. You just want to make sure you got plenty of shares when it goes to 5,000. That's the way Grandpa sees it. You know, Grandpa don't know everything, but I do know Grandma somewhat. Okay, and tomorrow is our song day. It's going to be exciting. You guys are going to get to pick. Guess what song Grandpa was playing on his piano? I'll put the mic closer to the piano so you can hear the song. I'll try to at least. Okay, I hope I covered what I was trying to tell you. We'll see what this PPI report does in the morning. Maybe I'll go on early tomorrow and when it comes out and talk about it a little bit. But get rid of some shares at 249 area, and it's happened before where grandma's been at a number and it's come within pennies of her in turn, so you just never know. But at the 249 area, dump a few shares and rebuy them at 190, and you'll be happy you did that. All good things are from the Lord, and Lord willing, we'll see you tomorrow morning.